Hello my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and today I have another spoiler-free book review to share with you guys. And today we are talking about The Night Guest by Hildur. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name because I know I would butcher it. But this author. And this book is a horror novella. And I was able to read it in a couple hours, just in one sitting. It was so good, so good. It takes place in Reykjavik in Iceland, and I've actually been there briefly. We had a layover there when we were flying to Ireland a few years ago, and it was so beautiful. If I had my time back, I would have booked so that we had a night or two there. But as it was, we were in and out fairly quickly, but I could still tell how beautiful it was, and it was just very exciting to get to be in Iceland. Anyway, so this book was originally written in Icelandic and then translated, and wow, what a treat it is. I feel like this is going to be one of those gems that people are going to find and they're just going to love it. I had to put my hair up. It's too hot here. Anyway, this book is about a woman named Idun. Again, hope I'm saying that right. And she's having trouble sleeping. She falls asleep and then she wakes up, and sometimes her hands are bloody, or there's a bruise on her face, or she has a black eye. And she doesn't know what's going on. So she goes and sees a doctor. That's sort of where we pick up with the book. She's at the doctor's office. She's finally got a doctor that she feels is really taking her concerns seriously. And she's very happy about that. And so she's telling the doctor, I don't know what's wrong with me. And not only is she waking up in these weird predicaments, like she's so tired all day long. Very tired, sore, her muscles hurt. Everything she does takes so much effort. So the doctor runs all the blood panels, everything like that. Everything comes back perfect. Which, while she's happy about that, because for a while she's wondering if she has a very serious or even maybe terminal illness, she's happy that these tests are coming back negative, but at the same time, then what is going on? So eventually she starts to think that maybe she's sleepwalking, and she brings it up to her doctor, who kind of isn't sure that's it. But she humors her and gives her some sleeping pills, which tends to help for a little while. But just a very little while, and then it starts again. And the ways she is waking up in the morning is getting more and more distressing. And that's really all I can tell you, because like I said, it's very short. It's like 170 pages. You can read it very quickly. Some pages don't have much text on them. And because you can read it so quickly, you're kind of trapped in this with her. Like, I read it in one sitting, and it was just me and her, and we were going through it. And the tension that builds is so scary. Like, it's definitely horror, but it's not, there's not a lot of traditional horror elements. Like, it's not gory. Like, if you're someone, because I know some of you guys who watch me don't love horror, I feel like you would still like this. It's the tension, the dread, the uncertainty of what is going on. And I loved it. 5 stars. Easy 5 stars. About a quarter of the way in, I knew it was going to be 5 stars. Unless something really off-putting happened. But it didn't. The ending I liked. I loved all of it. Basically, it's just, to me at least, the way I'm interpreting it is, it's a story of grief and loss and maybe guilt. And I love horror about grief and loss. And I think this is a beautiful story, and I think a lot of people are going to love it, and I hope a lot of people pick it up because it's just beautiful. And now this book comes out September 3rd, so you got a bit of a time yet, so mark your calendars. Mark your calendars, because it's definitely worth a read. And it's always fun to read from authors who, you know, live around the world in different countries. I love that. And also props to the translator, who did a fantastic job. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's really going to do it for me for today. This is a short video. which is lucky for me because I'm gonna start profusely sweating now in a minute. But yeah, coming up over the next little while, I've got another horror novella. Both of these books I requested from NetGalley. I didn't realize they were novellas, but that's great. I love a nice quick read too, you know, especially in between books. And I'm also going to be reading soon A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson and A Little Life. That's going to be a reading vlog. I'm trying to emotionally prepare for A Little Life because I've heard it's very, very sad. And the last book I read that was very, very sad was On the Savage Side by Tiffany McDaniel, which if you haven't read that and you have the emotional capacity to read something absolutely gut-wrenching, read it. I recommend it. I love it so much. But I think about it every day. Every single day. I read it over a year ago, about a year and a half ago. Not a day goes by I don't have a brief thought of those two sisters in that book. So now I'm worried, is this going to be another one that's going to stick with me for the next however many years? So we'll see. We will see. And I think that's going to do it for me for today. If you already read this book, The Night Guest, send me a message on Instagram if you want to talk about it. Talk about that ending. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Instagram will be linked down below. Always looking for people to talk about books with. But again, it doesn't come out until September 3rd, so maybe if you've read this in the future, you come to this video, message me. Anyway, I am rambling. We're going to blame that on the heat. And I hope you guys have a good, I was going to say weekend, but you know what? It's Tuesday, so let's not get carried away. See you guys soon. Bye.